What's up, YouTube? I hope all is well with you because things are super fantastic with me. Today I'm gonna do a video about the beauty community and this whole drama with like James Charles and Tati Westbrook. My goodness, like last night I was up late because I was editing videos, and then I don't know how it happened, but I was sucked into like the vortex of like beauty drama. My God. And it's been a while since I've been sucked in like that. Like back in the day, like I used to watch beauty drama channels like all the time. Like that was my thing. Like I loved Rich Lux, Peter Mon, Here for the Tea, Johnny Cochran, all of them. Like I used to love them so much. But I started slowly unsubscribing to all of them because it was a waste of time. And secondly, because it seemed like a lot of them became very attached to this one particular beauty guru who had said some disparaging things about Black women. It seemed like every single time he was interacting with Black women, it was in a negative way, and he was never fully called out on it. And he never fully apologized for that particular situation. Like, he apologized about saying the N-word and all this stuff, but he didn't apologize about the way that he was treating, like, Black women beauty bloggers. So, like, the fact that they were okay being aligned with him and associated with him, you know, as a Black woman, I was just kind of like, I can't. And so I slowly started unsubscribing to all of them. So I kind of been out of the cut in a way. But all this stuff went down yesterday. My goodness me. And so I just really quickly wanted to give my take on the situation because it seems like a lot of people are harping on James Charles. And I see, it's got to be rough. Like, it's got to be rough. Yes, he's a rich man. He's going to be fine. But at the same time, he's a young kid. And I feel like a lot of this could have been avoided. I guess, first off, for people that have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm not going to give you like a whole spiel of what has happened. What I will do is I'll probably leave down like 1 or 2 videos of what's been going on from other people. Probably the one from Here for the Tea, because I love her because she keeps on dropping receipts like it's no business of hers. It's great. And probably another one from like Spill. Yeah, I'll leave those 2 in the description down below. Catch up and then we can talk. Just to give like a tiny Cliff Notes version of what's been going on. James Charles, he's like a huge beauty blogger and he's really rich. He's been acting a fool the past few weeks when it comes to like his friendships, his dating life, his business life, just acting a fool, just doing stupid 19-year-old stuff. And then there's this other girl named Tati Westbrook. She's a popular beauty blogger also, and she's been betrayed by Charles because Charles decided that he was going to take a sponsorship with Care Bear Berry Gummy Hair Company because he wanted some Coachella tickets. Like, he did this all over some Coachella tickets. But nevertheless, Tati, she was so mad that she cried on camera. And then afterwards, she made like a video with her face beat. Like, her face was beat. But nevertheless, she exposed Charles, saying that he betrayed her and also like he likes to turn straight guys gay. And then afterwards, Charles, he made his own video talking about how he was sorry, like it was an apology video. I looked at that thumbnail and I was just like, oh my God, why? First off, why is it when people are beauty gurus, when they're crying in a video, they never have makeup on? Like all the other times, they're beat, face flawless, makeup everywhere. They're crying, there's not a stitch of makeup in sight. Just saying. I mean, and it makes no sense because I feel like, you know, if you're crying, that's a great opportunity to have like a mascara moment. You know what I mean? If you have like a beat face, you know, just have like a little bit of a mascara moment. But they just don't know. I guess they're trying to be authentic and raw and vulnerable or whatever. But nevertheless, that happened and now he's losing subscribers like crazy because it was Laura Lee Part 2. That was one of the worst apologies I'd ever seen. It was really sad. And now Tati is gaining subscribers because of her standing up to James Charles in a sense. And so, like, this video is quite simple. In this video, I'm just going to talk to you about why I don't feel bad for Tati. I don't feel bad for her. Actually, I'm really not happy with the way she has handled the situation. And I know some people are going to jump down my throats, read me to filth for what I'm about to say, but I don't care. Because what I'm going to do, if you're disrespectful, I'm just going to block you. That's all I'm going to do. Just block you. It's really easy. Block. But anyway, nevertheless, I wanted to explain the reason why I personally don't feel bad for Tati. And also, I see what she's doing. Like, most of you guys fell for her okie doke. I didn't fall for her okie doke. But nevertheless, in 3 reasons, I'm just going to talk to you about why I don't feel bad for Tati. And I'm not editing this either. So all the vocal tics that I have, you're just going to have to go through them. Sorry, it's happening. But, okay. The first reason why I don't feel bad for Tati Westbrook is for years, you have aligned yourself with problematic people only because they are successful, and you have made excuses for them all the way. And the first time one of them crosses you, that's when you drop them like a hot potato, and then you expose them conveniently for their problematic behaviors. See, here's the thing that was really funny. The first time I heard about Tati Westbrook was when everyone was really upset about her hanging out with Jeffree Star and doing a collab video with him. I only found out about it because Rich Lux was talking about it. And I was like, I don't know who this girl is, but they were saying that she's a sweet woman, she's lovely. Why would she align herself with someone that's a racist like Jeffree Star? And I remember back then she was just like, Jeffree Star has been so sweet to me. He's such a nice guy. Like, why would I write him off when he is so sweet to me? And I just found it interesting because it just seemed very convenient, because even though Jeffree is a terrible person in my personal opinion, because he has such a huge following, of course Tati went along and decided to be in his videos and interacting with him, because even though he's problematic, like, that was great for a bottom line, because he has a whole bunch of fans that she was exposed to. And because it worked for her, of course she was going to keep that friendship and keep that alignment. And especially when it came to James Charles, it was interesting because in her expose video, she kept on talking about how a lot of people didn't want to work with him because of the problematic behaviors he had in the past. You know, with, like, he talked about how, oh my God, I'm going to Africa. I hope I don't get Ebola kind of situation, right? And no one wanted to work with him after that. But she stuck with him, and she was pushing with him and getting him deals and stuff like that. And I guess the reason why she did that, like, she's saying that she did it out of she said she did that out of the kindness of her heart. But it's clear that she did that because she also knew that James was someone that could be very successful. Like, she saw, like, he was going to still be a popular YouTuber. And it would be great for her bottom line to have someone as hip and young as James Charles in her friend circle. Like, it just made sense. And it wasn't until he portrayed her by doing a sponsorship with Care Bear Hair. I don't know their names. I should find out their names. I don't need to know their names. But it wasn't until he did a sponsorship with her rival company that all of a sudden she's just like, I can't be friends with him anymore. I am done. It just seems like she's friends with problematic people and all the warning signs are there. But it's not until they did her wrong that she decided that she was going to drop James like a hot potato. Great. And you know what? Like, if you see the warning signs and you just still decide to step into the jungle, like, you can't be surprised if you get bitten. And that's what just happened to you. And that I don't feel bad for her, because, like, yes, it's good to give people a chance and all that stuff. It is. But at the same time, like, they were all there. And it was like, it's fine that you're racist. It's fine that you are turning straight guys gay, as long as you are not hurting my feelings. It just seemed all too convenient. Then let's do number 2. The next reason why I don't feel bad for Tati is because Tati's my age. Like, Tati's like 36, 37 years old. James is 19 years old. And she kept on talking about how she took care of James like he was her son. Like, she kept on referring to him like he was like a son in like a lot of the videos. Like, that is her baby. That's the person that she loved and she wanted to take care of. And what she needs to understand is, if you're treating someone like a son, in return, they're going to treat you like a mom. And I just remember when I was 19 years old, discovering life, discovering who I was. And luckily there wasn't social media at the time. Like, I was doing some stupid, selfish things to my mother that affected my mother. And I was just kind of like, oh, well. And it wasn't until when I became older that I realized the things that I was doing was so messed up, and I needed to appreciate my mom. I love my mom. But at the same time, like, James Charles, he's a 19-year-old, and yes, granted, like, he has a lot of responsibilities. He's got, he's got a lot of businesses. He's a millionaire. He's still 19. Like, his brain is still developing, and he's gonna do stupid stuff like take up sponsorship for Coachella tickets. Like, it's just gonna happen. And while it's wrong, if you loved him like a son, you wouldn't expose him like this. You did it in a mean girl way. Like, you did this video, and yes, you came across as very calm and sweet and saying how you were portrayed, but at the same time, like, it also comes off a little bit as fake to me. It does, because it's like, okay, he's your son until he makes this mistake, and now you're writing him off. It's like, okay, that's great. Also, like, think about it. You're 20 years, almost 20 years his senior. And I'm just thinking about, like I said before, it's like a mom and son situation right here. And people were saying, like, James used Tati. Like, he wouldn't put her in her channel as much as, he wouldn't put Tati on his channel as much as she put him on her channel. And granted, like, it's like a mother-son relationship. Usually, when it's a mother-son dynamic, like, the mom is always going to want to spend time with the son. But the son is going to be like, well, I love you, Mom, but sometimes I just want to do my own thing. Bye. And it just seems like that's what James Charles did. Like, he loved Tati. He probably thought she was awesome. But he was like, I don't want her on my channel all the time. Like, because she's my mom kind of situation. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense all in my head. But nevertheless, like I said before, the age dynamic, she should have expected that sometimes, since he's growing, he's going to make some stupid choices. And I guess the last reason why I don't feel bad for Tati is because it seems as if, like she had every right to feel upset about being portrayed by James Charles. Every right to feel that way. However, like, when it came to her expose video, she should have stuck to the things that was about her. And the thing that was about her was her pill line and him taking the Care Bear hair sponsorship. Like, if she had just did a video about that, explaining why she was upset about that, I would have kind of respected the video and been like, okay, she had a reason to be upset. But when she decided that she was going to put the nail in a coffin and call out James's behavior when it comes to his love life, I was like, okay, it seems as if you are writing him off and you're trying to shame him so everyone would hate him and love you. And I didn't like that at all, especially when it comes to what James had been dealing with his whole, like, fallen in love with like straight guys, like it's clear he had a problem, and he has a problem that he needs to fix. But I think about, once again, when I was 19 years old and I was in college, I remember I had a few gay friends, and a few of those gay friends, they got a kick out of trying to turn straight guys gay, or trying to find someone that's on the DL. Like, it was their thing. And I always attributed that to, like, because first of all, it's lame, a waste of time, and wrong, and it should not happen. But I always attributed that to the fact that the world, since birth, they've been told that the way they love is not normal. Like, it's not the norm. And no matter if they're around people that love them and accept them, for the most part, there's always some type of like indicator that the way they love is not normal. Like, whether it's laws being put into place. And I'm pretty sure James Charles every single day gets like called the F word, or gets pointed out for being gay, like every single day. I'm pretty sure that happens to him on a regular basis. So he's dealing with his sexuality, and he's trying to make himself feel normal in this world. And I feel like the way that he is trying to make himself feel normal in this world is that he is trying to see if everybody else around him feels the same way he does. And while it may come off as manipulative and rude, it's just his way of trying to figure out how he belongs in the world. And like back in the day when I was 19 years old, I was the friend to call him out on when they were behaving this way, and telling them, and I was telling my friends like they couldn't do stuff like that. I was hoping that Tati could be that friend behind the scenes telling him that. And if she had already told him that, there was no reason for her to come up in front of millions and blast his spot again. Like, there was no reason for that to happen, because people were already doing that. Like, people were already calling him out on it. Like, there was no reason for her to harp on it even more and shame him even more, when he was just trying to figure out how he personally belongs in the world. Now, people are just like, it's wrong, it's wrong. And yes, I know it is wrong. But at the same time, excuse me, usually behind those types of actions, there's just a desire to be accepted, you know? And everybody wants to be accepted. Excuse me, I want to cough so bad. I'm going to get some water. Okay. Sorry about that. Nevertheless, I just feel like the fact that she added that in the video, she was trying to make his life a little bit more difficult, and she was shaming him as a person and not his actions. And I felt like that sucked, you know? I'm coughing. Okay. I feel that means that I gotta get this video done. It's done. Okay. So with that being said, I don't feel bad for Tati at all. We're done with this. And sorry about that. So I'm finished with that. I hope you guys are doing everything you need to do to have a happy, successful, and lovely life. And I'm going to talk to you later. Bye.